Sometimes at about this time of year, it can feel like hope and optimism are in incredibly short supply. So I have 3 ways for you to remind yourself that there is hope and that there is optimism. The first is that you have made it this far, right? I always say that the person you can rely on and the person you have to be able to rely on is yourself. And honestly, you've made it this far, and that's not a given. Look around you. Despite everything, despite all you've been through, despite all the things that are happening, maybe even right now, you've still made it. You've made it till the end of January 2024. And that should be celebrated in and of itself. And you can say, oh yes, Katie, that's all very well, blah, blah, blah. But actually, you know, my end date was supposed to be 35. I'm nearly 49. And we get told, don't we, by people with terminal illness, what advice would you give? Well, I'd advise this. And we still don't properly listen. So just be glad you've made it this far, because it wasn't a given. It wasn't necessarily probable at some points in your life, and yet you've done it. The second thing is that all around us, you get these moments where if people stop bitching for a minute and stop gazing at their own navels, there's a lot of people who are waking up or realizing stuff, or at least able to see that all is not as it seems. You know, we have Russell Brand, who'd have thought it, speaking massive truths and suddenly recognizing Alex Jones and David Icke, elements of what they were saying were right all along. Lawrence Fox helping show people what happens to you if you speak out. All of these different people, and it's not a competition. You don't have to like any of them or all of them or one of them or none. But at least there's more and more voices, and that's what's so brilliant about being on the road, as I am permanently, is I'm surrounded by people who walk in and look around. They don't even have to agree on a single thing, but just they know they're not on their own in this. And that is such a hopeful thing. That's really all I'm bringing on the road. And then finally, even in the small stuff. So right now, if you go and look, I'm just trying to look around me for, yes, I don't wish to spoil this twig's life, but you know, all around you, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to try and show you, look, there's buds all around. There's buds, there's life starting, can you see? That's about to be a leaf. I mean, it's not now because I've taken it off the tree, but you get my point. Go and find a bush somewhere and look. Life is about to spring forth. And you'll know as well, I mean, most of you should know by now, but my favourite flower in the whole world is daffodils, because they're cheap, like me. And also you'll know that I've once compared my vagina to a battered daffodil, I mean on TV. But the point is that life is springing back all around. And look, the sun is out, maybe not where you are, but where I am. And spring is always my favourite time. It's a springy time. There's lambs. It's great. So even if you're feeling still a bit like crap now, spring is coming, and I can prove it to you. Look, with this. I will just say on the daffodils, can I just mention, don't buy supermarket crap ones. They're crap. They're not actually daffodils. They're pretend somethings that are yellow. Find someone who's selling daffodils they grew themselves, right? You want ones that have got the big old, think of my nose. You want a big old trumpet. Think of my vagina. You want a big old trumpet. You know what I mean? A big old trumpet, not one of these pissy. If there's like 12 for £1, they're not real daffodils. Okay, I went off on one then. But there's hope for you. Hope is, my dog's running about. Hope is all around. You've made it this far and you can rely on yourself. You're not on your own. And I know this for a fact. We are many. And when we gather, it's just lovely. It's just like it used to be. And spring is springing all around us. So there is hope and there is optimism for you to put in your pocket today.